Hi there, I'm Georgie. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to speak about living abroad. This is something unique that happened in my life and it's related to my studies. I went to university when I was 18 and I studied economics. I know it's not a popular subject, but for me it was quite interesting because I studied management, so it was more areas than just one. We learned about human resources, marketing, accounting, statistics, and business strategies and stuff like that, how to make a business plan. And in my master classes, in my last year at university, I spent one semester abroad in Italy. I had to pick between a university that was in Rome and one that was in the south of Italy. And I picked the one that was in the south of Italy because they offered us accommodation as well. So I had my room in a dorm, and it was the first time in my 24 years of on the planet that I was away from my family. So it was a scary feeling, but in the same time, it was a new adventure. And I recommend this program. It's called Erasmus program, and it's available for anyone in Europe. I think it's also become a global program because I had a friend from Peru who studied in France through this program, so it's available worldwide, I think. And it was the best decision I made in my life because it opened doors, not necessarily to a new world. It was the same world, but I saw how the education system were different in Italy compared to Romania. I had friends from all over Europe. Like one of my best friends was from Denmark, and I'm still in contact with her now, even though now we are in 2026 and I met her in 2009. So things like that happened. And that experience abroad helped me when I came back to Romania to apply also for jobs abroad and to seek to go back again outside the border. Because there was this, European Union, and Romania joined the European Union in 2007. And after that, the borders were more open and everything was, young people were encouraged to travel. So I took a job in 2010 and I went to Czech Republic, which is in the middle of Europe. And I lived in Prague for 2 years for the same company that I worked for in Bucharest. So it was a familiar place because I knew the company, but I was in a different city, I was in a different culture, and I met new people from all around Europe who also joined the company in the same time as me. And that was my first experience abroad as a worker. Now it was different than a student life, because when you're a student, you have much more fun, and you spend time the way you want to, and you just have to study for your exams. But when you work, you get to know the culture a little bit differently because in the office you have to respect some rules, you have to do your diligence, you have to be um, respect the rules and do the 8-hour shifts. And I was an accountant, and what I liked about my job, that it didn't stop me from traveling. Like I had a lot of experience with transitions, so not necessarily in the job in Czech Republic, but afterwards, when I worked abroad, for example, in Poland for the next 7 years, I was involved in many transition projects across Europe. And that meant that I had to travel to places like UK or Italy and learn how the accounting was being done there, and then move those jobs from western side or south side of Europe to Poland, because in Poland was a big let's say many multinationals were creating shared service centers there, and there was this opportunity for me to be a part of this process and to travel and to gain experience from different companies and to establish a new center there in Poland, because the whole accounting departments were moved from all across Europe to this country. And I like it. I like to be a part of this dynamic process. I learn a lot. I had management teams from Czech Republic, from Costa Rica, from Poland. I had managers from different cultures, different than me, and I learned a lot from them by being in their presence. By just looking at their example that they set in the company, and all this. I met all these incredible people, which, of course, I would have done even staying in Romania, but when you travel, it's a bit more fun. At least for me, it was. And it's also a lot of breaking and showing yourself how bold and how courageous you are. Because as a single woman doing all those things, I mean, nobody in my family did anything like that. All of them stayed back in Romania, and I'm not judging them in any way. I think everybody has their own path and everybody can choose where to go next. But for me, it was like eye opening, and it's something that I want to recommend all kids do, like experiment with their life and try to see more than what they are used to, go into the unknown, because sometimes the unknown can surprise you in amazing ways, and you can learn more about yourself too. So don't judge being an accountant as a boring job, because it can be also fascinating job. It can involve traveling a lot, like it did for me, for example, and it can also bring you to connect to people from other nationalities and from other cultures that will, let's say, shape who you become. So that's my story in a nutshell. And I hope to hear from you soon. And I hope you'll be interested in finding new things about what happened during my life back then and what is happening now. And I hope to keep this portal open on YouTube through my channel and to connect with you all. Thank you.